Episode 36.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. He's Chris.
I'm Aaron.
I'm just gonna go with it. I'm done. I'm done trying to correct it.
Yes.
We're just gonna go with it. So he's Chris and Aaron.
Yes.
I'm just a nobody. So don't mind me.
Karen.
Might as well wear camouflage. It's actually Sharon.
Sure.
Screw you.
Sure.
But anyway, so we got lots of stuff to go over again. It's another action-packed episode. So we got the part 3 of soldering.
Soldering.
Yep. We got some more SARCAR stuff. We got more Dundurn stuff.
Ooh,
We got new Traxxas stuff. What else? Oh, we can unbox something today.
Ooh.
Do you want to know what we're unboxing? Or do you know what we're unboxing?
It's a truck. It's radio controlled. And it's brushless.
So I guess you gotta continue to watch.
I know
to see
exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty good guessing.
Yeah, I know, right?
What color is it?
Oh, it's green and white.
Dang, I actually genuinely did not show him, so I'm kind of impressed. So yeah, we can watch that later on, but you have to stay tuned to figure out what kind of truck it is. And is there anything else?
I bought a new truck.
What'd
So
you
we
buy?
have time to talk about that. I bought a brand new Traxxas. A used Traxxas.
New to you.
A new to you.
No, new to you.
New to me.
UDR.
New to R.
New to you. There you go. The new Traxxas New DR. It's great. Awesome truck. Should you buy one?
I bought it used and it's a little broken. So we can show you some of the broken parts.
Okay, but we gotta get right into
Let's
it.
do it.
So we're gonna show you part 3 of 3. I swear, this is the last little bit of the Tekin soldering. Okay, so we have our speed control here, and we're gonna start soldering our wires on now that we figured out the length of them. So what we usually want to do is start from one side and work your way towards the other side, just because it works. So quite a bit easier than saying putting this wire on and then trying to fight around this wire to go and say put the positive on. So we'll just start from the farthest outside. So the first thing we need to do is solder our negative lead on here. And currently it already has been soldered, just because I did take this off a other speed control, so I kind of did cheat a little bit. But we will add a little bit of solder here, just because it was on another speed control. Just add some solder here. So now this is, I guess, the biggest trick to soldering these speed controls. So what you want to do is kind of butt it up against something or put some weight on the end of it, just so it doesn't tip backwards while you're trying to solder it. So we're just going to go like that. So what I normally do on all these speed controls is, again, we'll pre-tin the iron itself. We're going to try and do this so you guys can see what you're doing and I can see what I'm doing. So this might be a little bit tricky, but pre-tin your soldering iron, and then what you're going to want to do is preheat the post and then push the wire and preheat the wire as well. And what we're looking for is the solder to start kind of flowing there down the bottom, and it tipped. So this is what you don't want to happen while you're doing this, but we'll do it without that on there. Just want to see the solder start to flow. A quick little clean, and there we go. Just get that on there, and always want to visually inspect it. Make sure you have the solder flowed to the other side, and the wire itself has enough solder. So we'll just clean the tip up a little bit, clean this little extra solder up right there, and then we'll move on to the positive. So we'll just keep on rolling. Like I said, we'll just clean this up there a little bit, like so. And now we'll move on to our positive lead. And that's the same thing. We already had this one pre-soldered, so we'll just add a little bit of solder onto that. And that's nice and warm. And same thing. So that up there. Put some tin on the tip. Not drop that. What we'll do is we'll just heat up that pin, heat up the wire at the same time, and just let that solder flow down. Make sure we have enough heat to get it to the front. Clean it up a little bit. And there we go. So nice and clean all the way through. We got solder flowed all the way down. It's not a silver or a flat joint. So we definitely don't have a cold joint in there. So that's good. So now we're done the positive and the negative. So now we get to move on to our motor wires. So these on the Tekin wires, since we're not laying the wire down like this, we'll be standing it up like so. We don't really need to expose a whole bunch of wire. So normally what I like to do is, just so you can see it on the other side, something like that, and give it a really good twist. So when you do go and tin it, it's not just going to fray open and look like a big, essentially like a big flower. And we'll always use some flux as well, so we'll give it a quick dip in the flux, put her down, and away we go. Tin it all the way through. And normally I always like to hit it on the bottom side, because now you can see that the solder is all the way through the wire, and we're good to go. So now what we can do is move on to the next post. So as per usual, actually maybe this will work a little better if we do it like this. So pre-tin the tip of the soldering iron, preheat the post and the wire at the same time. Just let that solder flow through. Let her cool down, and there we go. So nice, clean, got solder all the way through here. When we look on the other side, solder's flowed all the way through to that bullet as well. So there we go. So there's another wire done. So you guys kind of get the gist of it. We'll solder the next 2 motor leads on there, and then we'll get this slapped in the car, and then I'll show you how we kind of gauge what we need to do for these motor wires when it's in there. Okay, so we got that ESC mounted in the car. So now we'll take our handy dandy Sharpie. If you feel comfortable, you can always kind of get these wires to length and then just kind of eyeball it and cut it. I normally like to kind of push them all down at once and just make sure we don't have a huge bind on any of these wires. Push them down with one finger, and then just take our Sharpie and mark the ends of the motor leads. So what you're trying to see is the edge of that. So we already have this motor pre-tinned. So we took a little bit of our flux and just laid it on the post, heated it up with the iron, and remember, always pre-tin that iron so you can transfer as much heat as you need, and then you put that iron on there and just puts the solder to it as per usual. So that's already been done for us. So what we'll do here is we'll cut these motor leads to length right on our black Sharpie line, just like that, and just like that. So now it's just following A, B, and C. So in this case, since C is the farthest out, what we'll do is we'll actually solder our C wire first, just because if we soldered our A wire, I'm a left-handed solderer, so it's going to be kind of hard to work on top of that wire. So we'll start with C first and just kind of continue down the line that way. So what we'll do here is we'll pre-tin this wire, so we'll need to strip it back just a little bit. And I always like to look and try to get as much wire on that post as possible, so we can strip a little bit more of this wire back. And again, always make sure you twist that wire really, really tight so it doesn't open up. So we're looking like that's going to be a perfect twist. So again, we'll pre-tin with our flux. Get this out of the way. Get it so you can kind of see what's going on a little bit better, like that. Our helping hand, put a little bit of paper towel down there just so you don't drip the flux onto the motor or into the motor, because that would end up being a bad thing. So just pre-tin this up here, just like so. With the helping hand. Give it a quick wipe just so we don't have all that flux, all that black stuff there sitting on that wire making it sticky while we try to solder it. So again, pre-tin the tip of the soldering iron and just let the solder transfer all the way through to this motor lead. Just like so. Let her cool. So there we go. Now we just got to do the rest of the 2. So same process. Cut a little bit off first, and then gauge how much motor lead you got. So I can probably cut a little bit more off. I think that did anything. Just like so. And remember, twist it really tight. That looks perfect. Get the flux out. Dip her in the flux. Roll this back over there. And again, as per usual, pre-tin that soldering iron. Not quite enough solder for my liking. Okay, just like that. It's a good white. And then again, just follow the same procedure. Just trying to get this so the bends look the same up top here with my middle finger. Just let that solder do the transferring for you. And there we go. So now these two look the same just because I had my middle finger giving it support where I wanted it to bend and using the C-post as a gauge for the bend that I would like. So now, just to solder the A wire on here, it's the same procedure. This time I went a little bit more, just so we don't have to do this again. There we go, that's perfect length. Pre-tin. And you can see when you put the iron on the bottom of that wire how fast all the wire and all the solder just gets sucked into there. And that's the biggest advantage of using the flux. So the flux is gonna force the solder to get sucked into that wire and make it a little bit easier. You can also buy solder itself with a little bit of flux in it. So it's 2.2% flux, so it makes it a little bit easier as well, but adding that little bit of extra flux onto the wire separate definitely goes and helps that situation. So now we'll put a little bit more solder on. Like that. So now you have a nice looking car. Wires are super short. We got good looking leads and posts. So there we go. So now the only thing that I want to do is shorten up this super long throttle lead. And how we will do that is just wrapping it up and putting a piece of heat shrink over the wire and then run it down the car just so you don't see it. Some people will actually cut this down shorter and just run it to the length that they need. Only issue with that is once you cut it, you can't add on to it, right? Once it's short, so you could add on to it, but you're gonna see a whole bunch of pieces of heat shrink and it's just not gonna look good. So at least with this route using the heat shrink, it's gonna make it look clean, but also something that's reusable, especially if you wanna say go to a two-wheel drive or something that has a speed control on the opposite end of the receiver or something like that. So that's pretty much the end of it. If you have any questions, make sure you post them down below. And it's perfect timing because the phone's ringing, so I gotta go answer that. But thanks, guys.
Did we get footage from Dundurn?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Practice.
Oh. Cool. We were on Dundurn, not this weekend, because we were racing, but last weekend we were out for practice. So here's some footage of that.
Some more.
Some more.
Some more.
More than before.
Correct.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey Dean, got it's like another Techno SET,
Nope.
4-wheel drive slash brushed. This is Mikhail's truck, right?
Yeah.
How old's Mikhail?
6.
6. Youngest racer we got here is 6. So a couple empty tables. Some people know this guy. It's Deebert.
It's me.
Hey Deebert.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
What are we working on today?
Just waiting for batteries to charge so I can drive my Techno.
How you like it?
I love it. Super fun.
First time on the track?
Yes, handles really well.
Beautiful, beautiful. You brought a TRX4. That's not a race car.
No, but maybe we might try it.
Yeah. You will?
Maybe.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so
Something to play with.
This is Chris's pit.
Yeah.
Look, he's got his nice IRC light.
Yes.
This is going to be lit up in here.
I didn't try a new set of volume.
We got Joey. He's all the way from PA. Or actually, sorry, McDowell. Beg my pardon. It's McDowell.
Hey, hey.
Yeah. You want to do like a membership? Okay, you want to talk to that guy right there? He is
I
El
don't
Presidente.
have any here?
So
I think
Joey's
not till
running
next weekend.
a SCT Primolosi,
Membership
SCT 3.0 slash two-wheel drive, and then a Team Losi 22 4.0.
Yeah.
Chance is going out with his brand new EV410 Techno as well. And then this is Gord's new rocket. Is that Leonardo?
Yeah.
See,
Leonardo.
someone even figured it out. Dean, you're correct.
It's Leotardo.
Yeah, the way he drives, yeah. Gord's B6D. You got Lee. Lee, what are you going to drive today, bud?
My Proline Slash.
Proline Slash. Look, it's got Knight Rider. That's classy. Then this is Chance's other two-wheel drive truck. Two-wheel drive LCG Slash. Holy mackerel, this is a long walk around all these pits. You got Evan. Evan, what are you playing? I don't know. I beg to differ. You probably know. Evan's really shy. Okay, and then what? What? I think you're pretty shy. I think that's fair. Yeah. Hey, Jeremy. This is Marcel's brand new Yokomo YZ4 SF. And this is what Evan's running this winter. Evan, are you running anything else? Short course? No, just this? So Evan is just going to run his EB410. We got Sharp here. He's gluing tires and eating french fries. This can only end badly. He's rocking...
Wait, I'm supposed to glue the fries and eat the glue, right?
No, you're supposed to eat the glue and then use the fries to glue the tires.
Yeah, I'm doing it right.
Okay, we're good. Okay, he's running an EB410 as well, another Techno. Okay, so let's go see the track. We've got some guys and gals running on the track. Yeah, Dean, you gotta come out one of these days. Oh, sending her big. That was perfect timing for a Marshall. So, as everyone can probably see, the track is really different out here in Dundurn. We got it a little bit bigger. Let's go up the stand. Scored, Chance, Chris. Okay, so it's definitely a little bit bigger compared to where we were last year. So last year the track ended right about here. So we have 2 more lanes now here at the end. Yeah, it is out in Dundurn, sorry. 2 more lanes here in the end. You have a nice straightaway jump. Oh, and a big double right there. Huge back straightaway into a 180. Tabletop. Down the back, and then there's a little bit of an off camber here, so it makes this corner really hard. There's a big lump of dirt back there, so if you hit it, you really get chucked up a bit. A big sweeper over top of Chance into a down, a little bit of a jump down into a chicane, and then a jump back up. And there's even a little bit of dirt in a hump there, so if you hug it really tight, you can get thrown around. And we're gonna see Chris try and do it. Oh, you almost had it. So then you come down another chicane into a 180, and that's kind of a banked corner over there. So you can get up some speed for this big quad, or double 4-pack, whatever you want to call it. So you can do what Chris did there, double, and then into the dragon back. So there's another hump up here, like a step up, and then it's a big jump into a gap tabletop. So it's kind of a quick lap around the track. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're having a blast. Chris is, as you can see, testing out his new buggy. It's got a little bit of a slide.
A little slide happening right there.
Oh, too fast for my camera skills. Oh, cased it. Right.
That was a good cartwheel. That
you're clean right off the track, buddy.
I know, right? Double wishbone suspension, front and rear. You can
7 kg servo.
adjustable ride.
Dude, 84 ounces of torque. That's 6
Multi-terrain D-Boots Fortress short course tires. That's an intense name for a tire.
It's waterproof. Requires batteries, charger, battery.
It's got super smooth bearings and super
Okay,
tough
2-year
gears.
warranty, 3200 kV motor.
Steel spur.
Steel spur.
Yeah. Let's open this thing. I want to see it.
So this is the Arma Senton 3S version, 4-wheel drive short course. So could be competitor to a Slash. So let's open her up and see what we have. It's green, so Chris was right. You said white though, there's no white on it.
There's some white on it.
Other than stickers.
Yeah, I'll count it.
Okay, we'll crack the box open first, and I'm gonna pull this box out because it's a box within a box, and I'm always interested in what's
And
in
I'm
the
just
box.
gonna get straight into the truck part.
Okay. You get a radio. Thought you were gonna box me with the box.
No.
So
I'm not that mean.
with the radio, we actually get an original Tactic. This is the TTX 325. So we get a Tactic TTX 300. So that was my bad. In the box there. There's nothing else in this box. You get a huge, humongous box, and there's only a radio in it. Kind of weak sauce. There, I'll grab this.
Ready?
Hey, what's this?
We've got a manual. We've got.
Hey, that's kind of a neat looking
wrench.
tool. It's like
That's
a multi-tool. Camber link tool, wheel nut tool, some shock clips, Allen keys, a small little manual. Not a bad little manual there. So this is the new Arma Senton, 3S capable, waterproof,
Oil-filled shocks.
oil-filled shocks, metal gear.
Metal gears.
Kind of a neat looking body.
Big center drive shaft. Holy mackerel.
A really sweet looking body from Arma. I really like the gunmetal like shadow in there.
And the glass shards or whatever they're trying to make it look.
Yeah, and one thing that is really cool about Arma too is they include these body clip retainers. So on these retainers, they actually go through the body here, and they're a little bit tougher because they have the big silicone tip that goes through the body. And they also put stickers on all the wear items. So instead of wearing through the body, where you would normally just peel the paint off, you actually have to wear through that sticker first. So something kind of neat. You put that on the body posts, put that on the sides and where the wheels would go, and they kind of put a cute little saying on the inside of it. Don't just bash, blast. But yeah, pretty cool looking body actually. I really like it. It pops.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In
That
comparison-
green is.
Like in comparison to like Traxxas bodies
yeah.
as of late, this is really, really nice. So that's one huge thing I really like about the Arma truck. Something different.
Center drive shaft. Holy mackerel.
That's very interesting.
That's
and it's
huge.
like bearing retained
Yeah.
too. That's kind of neat. That was a 7 kg servo, which I think may be a little weak,
I'd say, yeah.
especially for a 4-wheel drive short course. So that's definitely something I would maybe look at upgrading. This is going to be waterproof though, however. Nice EC5 connectors, so it'll handle some good amps. So 3S capable waterproof speed
Yep.
control, 3200 kV, 550 can motor. So that's actually not pretty bad.
Wheelie bars.
Big drive
Big
shafts.
drive shafts,
Big
yeah.
drive shafts. Big shocks.
Yeah, nice guards on the shocks too.
Yeah, not bad. Keep all
So
the
you're
dirt
not
and
getting
stuff
the
out.
shafts all beat up.
Yeah. I like this.
EC5.
Yeah, I already said that.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
I like this though. More trucks should do this.
You know, it makes it fitting a bigger battery or different size battery so much easier, right?
Yeah, well, this is kind of the problem with the Slash, in my opinion. Is like the battery tray is kind of hard because you have to buy like their extensions if you want to go to a bigger battery. So that's not bad. So the question I wanted to know, it's not. It is just a plastic monocoque style chassis, just a tub style chassis. All the hex hardware.
X hardware, yep.
So that's bonus. No fill-ups, no nothing like that. Kind of not bad looking tires. It's almost like a knockoff Badland.
Yeah, pretty close to the Badland.
Yeah. So this is going to be 4-wheel drive shaft driven down the center, pretty much just like your Slash. Lay down bell cranks. Kind of an interesting looking servo design, but they kind of make it so there's these slot cutouts, so you can actually get in the steering and do some maintenance and some drag links. So you don't have to pop that servo. Kind of cool. All waterproof though. Again, 3S capable. It's not a bad truck. And then, you know, for a truck that's
I
about,
really like the heatsink.
yeah, it's about
Yeah.
$400 Canadian with controller. It's really not that bad. You still require a battery, so 2 or 3S LiPo, NIM pack if you want to run NIM. You still require a charger, LiPo bag, and some AA's. So
That's not bad.
not all that bad for the price, considering Slashes are like 500.
If you're looking to get into something like the Slash, but you don't want to put in the money for a Slash, this is definitely a good option.
Interesting. Very
I like
interesting.
these nice like mud guards.
Big.
Except for the holes. I guess you need to remove the bell cranks. Looks like they've got a place you can route
Wire
your battery
keeps.
wiring and everything too. That's easy unit.
Yeah, 4-pole motor too. Not bad.
It's not bad.
Go hand me that rest of the box, please. Oh, I got it. How did this work?
You know we're live, episode 34. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so I bought myself a used Traxxas UDR. Now, it didn't look like this when I got it. It was a fully ready to drive unit. But as I do with most of the vehicles I buy, especially used ones, I want to know what's going on inside of it. I want to know if there's any broken parts or anything. So I have completely stripped the whole truck right down to its bare bones. And I found a couple things. The rear axle housing actually has a huge crack in it, so that's broken. And also one of the axle shafts is pretty bent, so those will be replaced. I'll be doing a new body, maybe some new bearings, stuff like that. Over the next few weeks or months or so, you're gonna see a few transformations on this guy.
Anything you're gonna really upgrade, or is this kind of be like step by step what's broken? and
Yeah,
bent?
probably just replace what's broken and bent first, and then maybe a few little upgrades over time.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Get out for some races with you, do some UDR matches.
UDR.
UDR racing.
So we're gonna call this project NudiR.
Yes, that works for me.
I like it. So that's gonna be like on the tag. We're gonna hashtag the hashtag
UDR.
NudiR. So just FYI, if you see that and you're like, "What's that?" It's really just a Traxxas UDR, but it's new to him, so it's a NudiR. Just FYI.
So that's just something you guys should probably look out for if you're buying used vehicles and stuff all the time. Is just give them a good look over and make sure there's nothing bent, broken. Sometimes you don't start realizing stuff until you start taking it apart. So.
And it's about as snapped could be.
She is pretty bent.
It's a banana. Is there a song about that?
We'll get it rebuilt and running like brand new again. Then we'll hit some jumps and smash it.
There we go. Okay, so Traxxas. They're at SEMA this year. 2018. Okay, so couple new releases from them. They brought out a Corvette Z06 body.
For the Fortec 2.0.
Yep, for the Fortec 2.0. It comes in a couple different routes. So you have pre-painted red, pre-painted blue, or you can get a clear one. It's kind of neat. They've been really doing a lot with the Fortec 2.0.
Yeah.
But they haven't released any of these bodies on the Fortec 2.0.
No.
Or is that just me? Like, am I just the only one paying attention to that, or did you figure out that?
But I mean, like HPI does that too, right? They've
guess.
got one car and 70 bodies. So it's
Yeah, true.
they might be trying to get into that market.
Yeah, true. They also brought out a new Bigfoot 1. It has flames on it, so it must be faster because it
It's
has
got
flames.
carburetors sticking out the hood.
Two
carburetors.
Yeah, 2 carburetors sticking out the hood. It's really the same, so here's a picture of it. I don't know.
Bam!
They're using the same body, just repainting it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat. I like the scheme, the black blue with the flames.
Oh yeah, it's a
I
nice
like
looking
it.
classic monster truck.
It's still, I don't get it. It's 2-wheel drive Stampede.
Sweet catwalks.
Sweet catwalks. Okay. And last but not least is a brand new orange X-Max.
Just in time for Halloween.
They actually missed it because
Halloween.
because Halloween was on
Friday,
Wednesday
yeah.
and this is Friday. So yeah, kind of missed that one by a little bit. And there's also a possibility of a rock and roll edition X-Max coming out too.
So very similar to all the other rock and roll editions, all the multicolors.
Yeah, the multicolors. Yeah, so you'll get your blues and reds and pinks and greens and all the good stuff in a body. So it'd be kind of neat. But yeah, that's kind of the latest news. Haven't really heard much else other than the Infmar 8 scale Worlds are this week. Ooh. So they start Wednesday and go through the whole week. So they're in Australia this year for the 8 scale Worlds.
Australia, that's
Australia.
awesome.
They're down under.
They're on the bottom of the earth.
Correct. Instead of being on the top, they're on the bottom. Suckers. Anyway, that we'll keep up on that and kind of throw some pictures up and some updates on the Facebook page for that. So make sure you check out that. Anything else in new important news?
I don't think so.
I think that's just about everything.
That's about it.
Yeah. So stay tuned. I think we should do this every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Every couple episodes. Because I think there's been like 2 or 3 episodes.
At least
since
whenever
the
there's
last
new
one.
stuff out, we'll try to keep you guys informed on what's going on and what's coming out.
What he said.
Yeah.
I like what he
Keep
said.
you in the loop. Yeah, let's do the ending. Well, that was it. Episode 36.
Yeah, that was episode 36
Yeah.
already. So
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
share with all your friends on Facebook.
And hey, you know what? Why don't you comment on what kind of design I should do on this body? So give me some ideas. Let me know what your favorite designs are. You maybe throw up a picture, cool designs, and we'll go from there.
I have an idea.
No.
I'm gonna just spam this comment feed with my ideas. You open yourself up to this.
Straight hot pink
Hey,
with lightning bolts.
Thunderbolt Racing. You'd be like Hicks.
Yeah. Straight into a wall.
Yeah, straight to wall, mock potato.
Come on.
Boom! So what a snap the snapped could be.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram
Yep.
and Snapchat.
And Snapchat, Ultra RC Hobbies. We have been posting lots on Instagram actually, and we haven't quite hit 1,500 likes on Facebook yet. We're close. I think last time I checked it was
Come on, people. Like, comment, and
1,487.
share. We want your whole family to see this, all your friends and everything.
Yeah.
Laugh at our weirdness. Just me.
But thank you for watching. We'll see you next Friday for the next episode.
Bye.